I'm your host, Kelly Morgan, indie author and indie publisher. Welcome to another episode of The Author's Mic. Welcome to today's episode. Hey y'all, Kelly here. Welcome to another episode of The Author's Mic. So I had a question that I wanted to pose to you. Does your story matter even when sales are low? Because when sales are low, it's very easy to assume that your story, that your book has failed. It's easy to assume that the work didn't land. Maybe you think that the work wasn't good, but low sales are not a judgment on the value of your story. Let me say this again. Low sales are not a judgment on the value of your story. They are a reflection of visibility, timing, access, and reach. And all of those things, y'all, are not the same things as worth, right? And here are some things we don't talk about enough. I think everybody has at least one book in them, right? I've talked to a lot of people and everybody says, "Oh my God, I want to write a book." So I think everybody has at least one book in them. Not everybody writes the book, right? Fewer people even actually publish the book. So if you're listening to my voice right now and you've published your book, regardless of what the sales look like, you have done something that most people never will, right? Publishing is not small, y'all. It requires vulnerability. You know what? It requires you putting your thoughts, your voice, your imagination, your truth into the world. It opens you up to criticism. It opens you up to judgment. It opens you up to misunderstanding. And it opens you up to silence, right? All of those things are not easy. And when sales are low, it's important to keep perspective. You didn't just write the book, man, you finished that book. You released that book, and then you made yourself visible to the world. That matters. Stories matter way before they sell, right? They even matter if they don't sell fast. They matter even when the audience just simply hasn't found them yet. Most meaningful stories don't arrive fully seen, y'all. They arrive quietly and they circulate slowly. Sometimes they reach people one person at a time, and one person matters. Sales don't determine whether somebody felt it or seen it, right? Sales don't show whether your words mattered to the right person, if they mattered at the right moment. Sales don't show that. And another thing we need to be honest about is this: sales are not always about quality, right? They're about discovery. A book can be powerful and still be very hard to find. A story can be necessary and still not be widely promoted. A voice can be important and still not be amplified. It doesn't erase the value of the work. It means that the ecosystem did not support it yet. And stories don't expire just because the launch is over, right? They don't stop being relevant just because the buzz has faded. They don't lose meaning just because they weren't immediately successful, right? Some stories just take time to reach people who need them. Some stories are seeds, y'all. And as a gardener, I can relate to that because seeds grow quietly before they're visible, right? Seeds do things under the soil that we don't see. And just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. So, same with your story. Your story matters because it changed you, right? It may have taught you discipline because you got it done. It may have stretched your confidence because you put it out there, and it asked you to sit with discomfort, right? And you put it out there, and now you're letting the world judge it. And that to me can be very uncomfortable. The growth doesn't disappear just because the numbers are quiet. And often the story you write today becomes the foundation of what you build tomorrow. So I'm going to tell you this. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. If sales are low right now, that doesn't mean to stop. It doesn't mean that the story was a mistake. It doesn't mean you failed. It means you did something brave, and that needs to be acknowledged. Your story matters, and not because of the numbers. The story matters because you told it. So, y'all, if you've experienced low book sales, I'm here to tell you your story isn't bad. Your story matters. And just because the sales are low, it is not a judgment of the value of your story. That is a reflection of visibility, timing, access, and reach, right? So remember that. Low book sales do not define you. And you know what's funny? That is one of my affirmations because I've been there. I've had low book sales. I know exactly what that feels like. I am not out here telling you that I have sold a bajillion copies of anything. I deal with that doubt. I deal with that struggle as well. I know what that feels like, y'all. And I'm honest about it, right? But it doesn't mean that your story's not good. It doesn't mean that it's not valued. It just hasn't reached its right audience yet. Remember that, all right? All right. Let me give you my laundry list of things before I let you go. Number one, you are creative in this space and you would like to come on the author's mic 100% free. It is your time. It's very simple. You go to my website, you go to the Be a Guest tab, you fill out the information, boom, you're a guest. If you want to support me, I've got 2 books out there. Wait for it and You Sound White, both available from me on the website. I will sign them, ship them for free, and got some free goodies. But you can get them wherever good books are sold. Absolutely zero pressure. If you are looking to start your writing journey, or maybe you're stuck, I've got a free guide on my website. It's called So You Want to Write a Book. It's free. Go get it. You can either download it as a PDF or it's a beautiful flip book now. And then lastly, I am looking for people to join our book club. It's called the IRS, the Indie Reader Society. We only support indie authors. Would love to have you and your voice and join us as a reader. All the information is on the website, or you can pitch us as an author. We don't know about your book unless you tell us. We only support indie authors. All right, y'all, this has been another episode of The Author's Mic. I am going to let you go because I got stuff to do. Remember, your story matters even though the book sales are low. And an affirmation, bonus affirmation. Low book sales do not define you. That's an affirmation that I listen to every day because I've been there, been there, been there, been there. So I get it. All right, y'all, I will catch you next time. Keep writing and go out and make it a great day.